Hi, my name is Sophia, and this is going to be my presentation for LEI 4724 for my facilitation technique, which is going to be cinematherapy. So cinematherapy is a recreational technique that involves expressive arts, and it's also known as movie therapy, and it uses films and movies and also TV as well to promote emotional healing. And it also involves a lot of self-reflection and personal growth by watching carefully selected films or clips, and either you can go through like guided discussions throughout the watching of the film, or have it assigned kind of as like homework and kind of reflect on it after the fact of watching it. Cinematherapy began in the 1950s, around the same time that film in general started to become very, very popular in American society. There was a publication called something along the lines of using films in psychotherapy, so that was kind of like the first time it was used as another outlet to promote like healing and stuff like that. It gained a lot of popularity in the 1990s since there was a lot of popularity within storytelling at the time, and therapists and professionals at the time recognizing that its power. Its purpose is to help individuals explore and process their emotions, gain personal insights, and develop like coping strategies. It's a safe way for people to engage with their feelings and kind of reflect on what is happening throughout the film and see how a client can resonate in any way from that, and use that to change thought processes and behaviors and go through a process with the client that way. Its theoretical foundations are grounded in cognitive behavioral therapy. So by focusing connection between like thoughts, emotions, and behaviors, people can recognize like healthy and unhealthy behaviors that they may promote, and explore alternate ways of thinking in that. It also draws from a lot of humanistic theory, which revolves around like empathy, self-awareness, and personal growth. It's a non-judgmental and kind of like supportive environment that allows participants to like feel trust and for them to explore their emotions and develop like a deeper understanding of who they are. It's shown to be effective for a lot of range of populations, so it's most popular for people who are dealing with a lot of mental disorders such as depression. Research that has been done in 2002 has shown that it can reduce symptoms of depression by promoting like emotional expression and self-reflection, and it's been reported to improve moods also and have a great sense of hope. So I can see that in a way that is like a person sees a character in a movie going through a specific issue or a conflict that is very similar to their own conflict, and they're able, the character at the end the conflict at the end is resolved, and they are able to also have that same kind of hope in seeing that their issues will be resolved. Why can't mine be? Type of thing. Films with themes of resilience and recovery can inspire individuals to take individual and positive steps towards their own lives as well. So films with characters that they look up to and that have a lot of positive behaviors, they can take inspiration from that and apply that to their own lives as well. It's also effective for veterans with PTSD. A study in 2014 found that films that depict genre and recovery, they were able to help veterans kind of help cope. They were able to help develop a lot of coping strategies and process their emotions and experiences with what they had experienced and whatever conflict they were in. And basically the safe and metaphorical nature of the films they were watching kind of allowed them to explore their emotions without feeling overwhelmed. And yeah, it's also been effective for a lot of at-risk youth as well. So films that revolve around like very difficult situations, a study in the year 2000 found that films that have a lot of relatable characters and moral dilemmas can help youth reflect on like their own choices and their behaviors. So this could lead to like more improved social skills and like a lot of reduced risky behaviors and stuff like that. So it's definitely an outlet where we see like a lot of different populations like look at characters, and it inspires them to make their own life a movie and find their own resolutions to things. And yeah, so for my exercise, I actually have my patient here along with me. So this is Jacob. He is a 20-year-old college student, and he has been feeling some signs of depression, and I had taken the liberty before of asking him if he had watched The Lion King, and he said that he has. And I had asked him what were some things that he thought about the main character, Simba. And he had mentioned to me that Simba was a character who was curious, friendly, but also afraid. And I also asked him what is something very memorable that he found from the movie, which was music. So right now, I have selected a clip from The Lion King for us to watch together and kind of discuss it afterwards. So watch this. Okay. So after watching that clip, I want to know, what is something that you liked about the clip?
I thought the monkey was funny.
Why'd you think he was funny?
I don't know. The way he acts.
Oh, yeah.
He's silly.
Is there something that you didn't like?
Maybe I could relate in a way to Simba.
Why do you think?
In a negative way.
Why is that?
Because maybe at some point I've also felt lost.
What did you feel lost about?
What did I feel lost about? Maybe not knowing who I'm supposed to be. Just like Simba didn't know that he's supposed to be like the king.
And in watching him speak to his father, do you think there's something there that you can resonate with?
Yeah.
Well, what is it?
Maybe advice that my mother has given me at some point.
Your mother's giving you advice in the past that it felt like it was the right decision to take?
Yeah.
Is that something that you do often?
Take advice?
Consult with your mother about things?
Oh.
Why do you think that? Why do you think you don't do it as much?
Maybe because I don't think it's the right advice. Even if it might be, I just don't think it might be the right advice.
I understand. Is there someone in your life that you think you could take advice from and it'd be the right advice?
Not necessarily. I'm never gonna. I might think something is good advice, but I might not take it.
How do you reflect on yourself and watching Simba take advice from his father?
Maybe I should be more open.
You think you're more closed off now?
Yeah.
Is there something that you feel you can do to help you become more open? How do you feel comfortable enough to open to somebody? To be open to somebody?
I think I need to have some type of relationship with them so I can trust them.
But then you also said that you don't feel as comfortable in taking advice from your mother.
Yeah.
Do you have a relationship with your mother?
Yeah.
Is it one that's positive or negative? How do you feel about it?
It can be positive and negative. But the reason why I might doubt the advice is maybe because I haven't seen her take that advice for herself.
What would be an example that you believe is advice that she should take for herself?
Maybe a lot of times she tells me that I should just focus on myself. And I believe a lot of the time she focuses on everything that's around her before her.
So basically what you mean is if she were to follow her own advice and if you were to see that as a model to you, that would be your safe point in taking advice
like
from her.
Mufasa, he was a king. So like if a king is telling you to be king, you're gonna be king or want to be king.
So you think that's kind of a parallel that you would want to?
Yeah.